welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now here at Lumen Field in Seattle. Tonight, a couple of rivals doing battle in the NFC West. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Let's get this going. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson, Eddie Pinheiro to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On play action, here's Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Moving left, taking off, he'll try to get there. A first down on the scramble, a gain of 16.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 and the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Darnold. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A pickup there of 13. First down, Seattle.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
That one swung out wide to Walker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
from the 35. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold again. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down. They'll go play action with Darnold. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Darnold to the air once more. Open man is Jake Bobo. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down. That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Darnold to throw again. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Seahawks was in there and did keep the ball with Seattle.
Nearly a disaster there, especially in this area of the field, Mike. You know these guys are reaching for the ball. That is such a priority of every defense around the league. Create turnovers, especially in the red zone. Fortunately for this guy, he gets to get back in the huddle for another crack at it, thanks to some quick thinking and good hustle from one of his own guys.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. That one is good. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The 49ers come out, and Brock Purdy leads them out. Greg, it's really one of the best stories in NFL history when you think about it. From last pick in the draft to taking the 49ers to the Super Bowl, now to a lucrative contract with a 4th-year man out of Iowa State.
Mr. Irrelevant. Well, I think it's safe to say, Mike, he has been anything but irrelevant since arriving in the NFL, and he is living proof. It doesn't matter if you're drafted 1st overall, or in his case, with the very last pick. What does matter is what you do with the opportunity once it's given to you. Nothing real flashy about his game. He simply gets the job done, and that's exactly what his team is counting on him today over these next 60 minutes.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Jawan Jennings was the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
And he's going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
On 3rd and long, Purdy to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
And this is going to pin him back. It's out of bounds inside the 10. The Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. First carry now for Kenneth Walker. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. He's got the Alabama product, Robbie Oots. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He'll check this one down to Charbonnet. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. To throw again is Darnold. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide-open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Off the play fake. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. And back deep for the Niners is Sky Moore. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense are now ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. How about 15 yards to kick off the drive? It's a 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. That'll be taken in. It's DeMarcus Robinson. A 19-yard pickup there. 1st down, 49ers.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. It's the 49ers with the football to start quarter number 2. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. As we are ready to get back underway. Now, a short one caught by Tonjes. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
3rd and short. Purdy. Open man is Tonjes, the tight end. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Just a really nice, simple play design. Just get the ball to one of your playmakers on an underneath crossing route, and he does the rest to secure a nice gain. That's just good, simple execution.
They send the tight end in motion. To throw is Purdy. And he'll take it on in. Braden Willis. Touchdown, 49ers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
On now, Eddie Pinheiro for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the 49ers move out to a 7-3 lead.
Seahawks 3.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Darnold. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll try again here, second and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Smith and Jigba has it on that out route. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. 17 yards on that play. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
At the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Seattle.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on them.
And he will get into the end zone. Zach Charbonnet, touchdown Seahawks.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and good. And the Seahawks are on top. It's now 10-7. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And he'll take this past the 30, a gain of 6, mark it at the 31. Second down and 3. One of the tight ends in motion right. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Devin Witherspoon up from the secondary to make the play.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Purdy now on 3rd and 2. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 2nd down, Purdy. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line. Third and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a letdown for the defense. They allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
A 1st down on the scramble. A gain of 16.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Purdy now on 2nd down. Open man is Jennings. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up.
And he's going to be sacked, but there is a flag down. Not sure how close he was to being offsides. So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. McCaffrey. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Throwing is Purdy. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence gets in there for the sack, and now it's third and goal.
At one point, it felt like a touchdown was almost inevitable, but now after 2 back-to-back wins by this defense, all of a sudden it seems like the defense is in control, and this drive's in danger of stalling out.
Line of scrimmage back at the 7 for third and goal. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before third down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. Stoppage here, one of the 49ers is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Pinheiro going to come on to try a field goal now. Officially a 29-yard attempt. Pinheiro's kick is good. And the 49ers will level the score at 10 apiece.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 5.
Darnold to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he will go all the way. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Myers now to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Seahawks go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Here's Sky Moore now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. 49ers offense going to take over here in the final minutes of this first half. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Reaching for it, the tight end couldn't bring it in. It's incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Throwing on second down is Purdy. He takes off. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
There wasn't anywhere really for him to go with the ball. The defensive backs did a great job of taking away his progression read. But that pass rush, they just can't get home, and he ends up making the play with his legs and moves the chains.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for first and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Throw right side. He's got Tonjes. The Niners will use their third and final timeout. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. Let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Byron Murphy in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustments will pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Niners offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Here's Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
On third and long, Purdy to throw. This pass left side, caught by Tonjes. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Throwing, Darnold. That one on target to Cup. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Timing and anticipation, those are the critical elements anytime you're throwing a ball outside of the numbers. If the quarterback waits too long, Mike, that receiver just gets closer and closer to the sideline and just makes what should have been a much easier throw and catch an incomplete pass.
Throwing on second down, Darnold. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete.
Really nice coverage there defensively, and here you find yourself in a one-score game, Mike. He understands the value of protecting the ball. Really smart decision. Throw it away, snap it again.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The 49ers offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the give, it's McCaffrey. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And they will finally run him down. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down. They run once more with McCaffrey. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
On third down, here's McCaffrey. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up fourth down. Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. The 49ers out for the punt, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down, and this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting, but finally when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
Darnold. He'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
These hitch routes, they're usually just designed to pick up a few safe yards. An easy completion, get some rhythm for your quarterback. However, this time, he's able to make a little magic happen after the catch and turn it into something much bigger than even they were probably anticipating.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
It's a big number 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
From the 38 now, here's second and 7. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
It's complete. He's got caught. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 29, and it's first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
He'll get a yard or two to the 8. Second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. He'll step up and run, and he's into the end zone. Sam Darnold, touchdown Seahawks. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Hence the score, Seahawks 24, 49ers 10.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense about ready to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now Purdy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and long. From the gun, it's Purdy. Going up top. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. D. Winters there to bring him down. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Second down, 8 yards to go. On play action, here's Darnold. Open, left side is Barner. And he'll be forced out of bounds. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back. And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here, and he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, try to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. They'll try and run the option left. And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. And he's in! Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 10. Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Niners offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Things not looking good. But see if we can get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On second down, Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 11 yards on the connection there. It's good for a Niners first down.
And a 49er first down.
Here's Purdy again. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. To throw once more, it's Purdy. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down. Throwing again is Purdy. That's taken in by Jennings. And no chance to turn and go That one good for just a couple.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing again is Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
He'll give to McCaffrey on the option, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Third down, Purdy. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught. And he's in. Jake Tonjes. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Pinheiro on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the 49ers are able to edge a bit closer.
17.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 21-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And that That is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Purdy. Throw, left side, complete to Pearsall. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
That's going to be dropped underneath for Robinson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allowed him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Pass caught by Pearsall. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop match time. It's a loss of 7.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Now, on 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion right. They'll drop to throw. Throw right side. He's got Tonjes. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Forced out left. He keeps it himself. And a good rally to the football to gain a 9, but it brings up 4th down.
The defenders knew a pass was coming. They had their ears pinned back here on 3rd down, but they initially allowed him to escape the pocket and make a break for it, but give them credit. They recognized the scramble quickly, rallied to the ball, stopped him short of the 1st down.
On 4th down, Purdy. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Timeout 49ers. That is their second. Clock is stopped, 55 seconds remaining here in the game.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. They're going to send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.